A couple of guys were working on a cabin late one night when they see this. Antonio, who manages a small company named Antonio Cabañas, captured a haunting moment. The company specializes in building, selling, and renting cabins in Jalisco, Mexico. But on one particular night while recording their shift, him and a co-worker begin to notice a flickering light on the second floor. As the man records the area to see what's causing it, he makes a terrifying discovery. He sees what looks like the silhouette of a person slowly making its way closer to the window. Left in complete shock as they're by themselves in the cabin, Antonio decides to investigate. After searching the whole cabin, he doesn't find anyone. Up until now, the page has only posted beautiful properties made by Antonio and his workers until this incident. She was at a church's ceremony when she sees this. User Link from the Philippines captured a haunting moment while attending a ceremony in their local church. Just by a farmhouse next door, she notices something watching her.
Pamisa sa kalag ni Monsido ang nagpamisa, roasting kumungan. Pamisa sa kalag ni Monsido, Eustachio, Silvina, Rafaela, Serapia, Vicente, Juana, Tomas, Patricia, Yopanis, Nicolas.
Like something from a nightmare, the pale face of a girl with long black hair is seen, hiding among the animals, watching her. Although creepy, based on the location and its stillness, this is probably some sort of scarecrow, since many countries utilize mannequin heads on scarecrows.
This last video comes from Anna Tan, who's the mother of a baby girl named Evelyn. It was only a few months ago that Anna's brother passed away. His passing has been very painful for Anna, considering how close he was to her and her daughter. Although tragic, Anna takes comfort in the thought that he still lives on in the afterlife and continues to watch over Evelyn and the rest of her family. One day, Anna and her daughter are in the kitchen when something very strange happens. Anna takes out her phone and begins to record. This is what was captured.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Evelyn. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
It appears as though Evelyn is talking to someone. Anna is convinced that her baby daughter had been in contact with her deceased uncle. This notion becomes even more believable considering that a male voice is heard early in the video.
Who are you talking?
If you listen closely, the word uncle can be heard. For this reason, including the fact that her daughter kept on repeating uncle over and over,
Who are you talking to?
Anna believes that her brother was present during this recording. Like with most videos though, I'll let you decide whether or not that's the case. All in all, although strange, this video is pretty wholesome.
Video was sent in by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous. He explains in his email that he works as a corrections officer at a federal prison in Kentucky that holds over 700 inmates that are kept in lockdown 24/7. But late one night at around 4 a.m., a hallway security camera starts to capture movement in one of the hallways. He takes out his phone and begins to record the CCTV feed.
Fred, there's no f***ing doors open and you can't even see it. Now watch, look. And he wasn't even back there.
Where was he at?
He was at 531. Like, he was up, like, no doors are open. Like, you can't see Landrum. And then boom.
The officer and his co-workers have no idea who or what this could be, as no one could have been standing in that hallway. At the time, the other guard on duty was far away in an entirely different part of the prison. So, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments.
Garcia had a family member who dreamed about a tall dark figure haunting her, and ever since she passed away, he started dreaming of the same thing and waking up with bruises. After setting up a camera at night while he slept, he saw a figure appear in the darkness. He believes someone passed a curse onto his relative that passed away, and it has moved on to him. Ever since capturing the figure, things have gotten worse, and he begins to experience things during the day as well as night. One day, while home alone, he starts hearing noises, so he pulls his phone out and records this.
Estaba viendo la tele en mi cuarto y me empezaron a tocar la puerta y se supone que estoy solo. ¿Sí escuchan? Bueno, supongo sí. A ver, vamos a ver quién chingados es. Regreso para acá que luego dicen que hay alguien escondido.
He hears knocking coming from his phone, but when he opens it, the knocking then shifts to his son's room. But once again, when he opens it, there's no one there. The very next day, the same thing happens again.
Ya tiene ratito haciendo lo mismo y está tocando la puerta de mis hijos. Y chequen cómo no hay nadie. A ver, entrando está pegado, porque luego dicen que se sale. Aquí no hay nadie metido. No hay nadie.
This time the knocking comes from his son's room, and as he quickly checks, there's no one there. Then it appears in his room, but it's also empty. Later on, the closet where he first saw the figure at night began moving at random times in the day. On another evening, while attempting to record a wholesome moment with his wife and son on his son's birthday, as they blow out the candles, he captures something downright chilling. Watch closely.
Ya
se metió.
Y ahora que le sople.
Que le sople, que le sople, que le sople, que le sople. Vamos a hacerle el tau.
¡Bravo!
What looks like a pale figure can be seen just watching them from the darkness behind a doorway, through the reflection on the mirror, as they try to have a happy moment. Garcia believes his family might be cursed.
By Diego Spikers, who might seem familiar to you as I featured him once before. Diego claims that he recently moved into a new apartment in Colombia with his wife and has experienced terrifying activity ever since.
¿Es el cuarto? Sí, hágale. ¡Uy, marica, venga! ¡Pille, ñero, rápido! ¡Uy, no! ¡Marica! ¡Perro, lo grabé, ñero, lo grabé, venga!
Since that time, Diego made the shocking discovery that he had a sister named Maria who died at a very young age. He believes that this could be the spirit that is haunting him. Also recently, Diego's niece Amy has come to live with him and his wife. Unfortunately, the paranormal presence seems to have attached itself to little Amy.
María. María. Amy.
Amy is fast asleep in bed when a childlike figure can be seen standing on her bed. When Diego yanks at the sheet, it vanishes into thin air. Only a few days later, in the middle of the night, Diego hears strange childlike laughter coming from his living room. When he goes to investigate, he is shocked to his core.
¿Qué es esto prendido esta hora, María? Amy. Amy. Ay, Diosito. Amy. Amy.
Amy appears to be asleep, sitting with her back to the TV stand, but two pale, skinny arms seem to be reaching out from the TV cabinet and playing with her hair. The hands quickly disappear when Diego approaches his niece and attempts to wake her. Diego says that Amy has no recollection of what happened, but he is fearful that the activity in his home is becoming more intense every day. But what do you think? Is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
The following video comes from a mother named Melia, who moved into a new house in France with her children somewhere in September 2024. Shortly after moving in, her 3-year-old daughter began to feel terrified to enter her own bedroom, to the point where she was crying and screaming, saying there was a lady on the ceiling with big teeth.
Maman, me fait peur, elle a des grandes dents.
Elle a des grandes dents?
Oui.
Oh non.
Il a les souris, il a dans mes souris.
Elle sourit? Ça te fait peur?
Oui. Il reste toujours sur le plafond et me regarde.
Elle te regarde et ça te fait peur?
Oui.
D'accord, mon cœur, elle va partir. Elle va partir, la dame.
Quand il est pas moi, il rit quelqu'un plus.
At first, her mother thought she was just having nightmares, but then she described this figure in great detail which seemed too real. A lady with dark brown long hair, big hands, long nails, and big teeth. After this, Melia tried to reassure her daughter that she is okay and nothing is happening. But a few minutes later, the light in the room begins to flicker, so she starts recording again, and something terrifying is captured. Watch closely. The door opens by itself, but as she rushes over to see what's there, she finds nothing. This may not seem like much, but after what her daughter said just moments before this happened, makes this utterly terrifying. On another night, while everyone is asleep, Melia begins to hear strange noises. What sounds like horse hoof footsteps can be heard briefly, then the door starts closing by itself and the TV turns on, while both children are asleep in their bed. She decides to set up some security cameras recording around the house, and over the next few nights they capture many creepy things. One day she was on a live video giving her viewers a tour around the house, when all of a sudden the lights start flickering.
Purée d'interrupteur, j'ai pas de trucs dans les mains. Et là c'est la chambre de mon fils, je vais aller vite. Voilà. Oh, ça va mieux là déjà. Je pète un câble. Est-ce que vous entendez les pas juste?
The full video was on her live, but there was no saved replays, just this extract. But as you can see, she was doing a house tour while home alone, when all the lights started flashing, and she shows there's no switch in her hands to the mirror. Then, when she's upstairs in her son's bedroom, footsteps can be heard down below, which quickly disappear as she rushes down the stairs after them. You can clearly hear the fear and panic in her voice and behavior, and it eventually gets so much to the point where she begins to break down on live with her viewers.
Ouais, je suis toute seule, ouais. Ouais, mais merci Kim, t'es un amour. Mais franchement, il y a des jours, c'est fatigant en fait. En plus, je pense que je suis malade parce que j'arrête pas de vomir et tout. Donc la fatigue, la maladie, et en plus tu remets les bruits là, de merde là. Pardon.
While home alone on another live with her viewers, footsteps and other sounds can be heard in the background, causing Melia to cry. But the worst is yet to come. On another day, while entering her daughter's bedroom, she sees something from a nightmare. Unfortunately, the full video was removed, so she only has this slowed version. Take a look. As she opens the bedroom door, a dark shadow figure can be seen in the middle of the room, startling her before vanishing. Melia states that after this, she has been having nightmares of someone or something trying to steal her daughter away. She has had someone come over and use white sage on the house, but it only made things worse. Melia is now completely terrified and worried for her daughter's safety, and after only living here for a few months, she is desperately trying to move out. She also mentioned the house has a condemned well in the garden, which may possibly have something to do with these events.